Good evening, everyone. This is a notice to hereby given that that a meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Baconi Heights, Bear County, Texas, will be held Tuesday, October 15th, 2024 at 6 p.m. at the Justice Center located at 3300 Hillcrest in Baconi Heights, Texas. At which time the following subjects will be discussed to wit. We'll call this meeting to order and start off with our first business item, which is approval of minutes for the meeting held on September 17th, 2024.
I second that motion.
All right, all in favor? All opposed?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, who was the second, please? Thank you.
All opposed? Okay, we are done with that. The commission will hold a public hearing for replat request for 7001 West IH 10, identified as BCAD property ID number 345147, 345148, 345146, and 345145. There is a mistake on the meeting notice, excluding the 345155. We're gonna go ahead and continue with the meeting. But we're gonna wait for the city attorney to come back and he may void the meeting if it wasn't posted right. And we'll have to meet again next month to go over it. No, we're gonna go ahead and see what the city attorney says when they arrive, either tonight or tomorrow, and see if he wants to void the decision and redo it, or if it was okay, and we'll let it stand.
Excuse me, can you make sure you speak in your microphones because they won't get recorded? Thank you.
For clarity,
Yes, sir.
we're going to vote for 5 properties, correct?
Correct.
And if it does fail, we just need to start the process all over again and then come back and revote for the 5 properties again.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
If
for
the
clarity.
city attorney comes back and says, no, it's not appropriate because the public notice didn't specifically say it, then we'll come back and vote on it again. But if he does say it's fine, well, then the meeting will stand.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear.
Okay. The owner requests to combine these 5 lots. In the meeting, it's in the public notice, it says 4 lots, but there is 5. As it shows in their application. In the PUD zoning district into 1 lot with the same zoning by owner Tamir Enterprises LTD. Is there any public comments? Are there any public comments or anything?
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. Does the city wish to say anything? Presentation? Okay. We welcome that. No, we can't hear you.
Need Energizer Bunny batteries.
right? They like putting that on that job description, don't they? Yeah, hear that.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, Commissioners and Chairman. We are here this evening with Tamir Enterprises and Mr. Ian Fisher. The Tamir Enterprises is requesting to replat 5 lots into 1. Okay, so there is a listing of all the property IDs and their legal information. You go to the next one. Again, we're here to replat 5 lots into a single lot. This is the BCAT properties. And as you can see, they're right off the frontage road, starting at the lower bottom, going all the way up. Next. This is a picture of the current plat. Next. And I know this is kind of hard to see, but it's basically replatted into one plat. Next, please. So, the owner is requesting this replat simply just for the simplicity of it. It does unify the 5 separate addresses into one, reducing confusion. There will be 4 buildings at this one site. It also eliminates the need for cross-access agreements and associated unnecessary expenses. It simplifies development and future property development for the owner. And it just increases the efficiency and the cost effectiveness. I think I said that already. So there was a question asked prior to the meeting on whether or not that easement in the back of Dewhurst was going to have traffic going through. The answer was no, it would be closed. And so if that, in case the rest of y'all didn't hear that, that was one of the questions that had been asked prior to the meeting. They are going to close that easement road in the back.
That is an unpaved road? Or is it paved?
I believe it's unpaved. It's paved? Oh, it's going to be paved.
Which road are we talking about? Sorry.
Dewhurst.
Dewhurst that goes onto the property?
You got a picture in your packet?
So that road. So right here, go back, right? No, go back to the other one. This one right here. So it's real light in color, real light. Right above the 155. The big light. Yes, right there. So since it's on private property, it's a private road, correct? And can be,
Let me have Mr. Ian Fisher answer the questions. Before he does, I will say that staff does recommend the approval of this replatting. Okay, and I'm going to bring Mr. Ian Fisher so he can answer those on the mic, so y'all can.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. So just to be sure that I'm understanding correctly what we're talking about, let me describe how the property will look afterwards. On the property itself, once hopefully the replat goes through, there's nothing unpaved. Even the road that comes in from Gill Road is paved. The one I thought we were talking about is what is now the entrance from Dewhurst, which is being closed off. But that is actually being paved. You really can't tell the difference between the church parking lot and our road. It all looks like one because the neighbor there is actually using it and has been for a long time. So there's going to be some work on that to bring sewer lines into the property, but after that, that'll be paved. And the road that we're looking up at the south side of that lot there, that'll also get paved once construction's done.
Is that road right now paved?
The
Or is it
one,
just like a dirt road?
no, it's paved.
It's paved currently?
Yes, it looks like a parking lot. In fact, if you don't know what the plat looks like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Okay. All right, so my question for the city is it, since it's on private property, is that a private road that can legally be closed off? Or is that city property, city road, city maintained?
As far as I know, it's not city property.
Okay.
It's within his property. and-
Correct.
and
It's
it
our
doesn't-
property.
Doesn't belong to us.
Okay,
We don't
Okay.
we've never maintained anything in there. And I believe in BCAD, it doesn't even show that road as anything there. Unlike the little strip that goes on the backside.
but
Uh,
isn't this BCAD right here? And
Right.
Doesn't it show it?
Well, it shows that there, but it doesn't show like if you see there is an easement that we have that goes back behind Gregory between it and the Unitarian Church.
Mhm.
That is shown on there. That right there doesn't. I mean, it shows it like it's a street, but it's not a street.
It's not a street, it's just like an old parking lot,
Yeah, it's-
driveway?
yeah. It's like I said, it's just an open part of the parking lot. Just
Okay.
blended in.
That's what I wanted to make sure. Okay. Thank you. You had some questions, Rudy?
I do. So that street is going to be used for cars to exit out of?
No, I believe that's
No.
all gonna be cleared out and demoed.
There's only an entrance and an exit through the Gill Road, which is on the I-10 side.
Rose, will you please state, before we go, the numbers, the BCAD numbers for record?
So the 5 lots are BCAT property ID 345155, BCAT property ID 345147, BCAT property ID 345148, BCAT property ID 345146, BCAT property ID 345145. For the record. You're welcome.
Were there any neighbors that were not notified or that were notified and filled out a form?
Out of 19 notices, the city did not receive a response.
And all of those notices aren't here?
Yes,
These were
sir, they
all
are.
the
So
People notified?
I'm looking at 708, 714, 716, 718, and 720. But I don't see a 710 and a 712 on here as being notified.
There should be multiple pages
Okay.
on that, sir.
Well, I see 716 on there twice, 718 on there twice. Am I missing 710 and 712?
These were the.
Notified.
200, yeah, the 200 feet. Notices.
Okay. So 710 and 712 are right here. 710 and 712 are right there. And I'm not seeing them on here. I could have missed them.
Those are the ones that. Mhm. 16, 700.
Yeah. Do you see 710 or 712 on there? what I'm saying is on Burl Drive, there is 708 all the way to 720. And it looks like we only notified 1, 2, 3,
Oh, I
4,
see.
5 of the
Yeah.
7 locations.
Okay.
Just making that a statement. I don't know if that's going to affect anything.
Yeah,
But we left two houses out.
okay.
We didn't notify them.
Oh, okay. But no one else return their forms saying
No,
they were
sir.
opposed or against it?
No, sir.
Okay. So even if they did say no, the majority of the community had no response. Okay. Are there any other questions, statements, concerns? Okay, moving on to the next item. The commission will consider and take action on the request submitted by Tamir Enterprises LTD for property located at 7001 West IH 10.
Commissioner, I'm sorry. Did you close the hearing?
Oh, no, I did not close the hearing. This hearing, the public hearing for the pad zoning request is closed at 6:30.
Thank you.
Now, item 2, the commission will consider and take action on the request submitted by Tamir Enterprises LTD for the property located at 7001 IH 10. Can I get a motion to approve? Do I get a second?
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The replat request is approved by this commission pending the city attorney saying this meeting was valid, even though 3451 or BCAD property 345155 wasn't included in the public notice. Item 3 on the agenda, citizens to be heard. At this time, citizens who have filled out a registration form, which I believe no one filled out.
No one, sir.
Well, then we will close that. Citizens to be heard, public comment. Open at 6:31 and close at 6:32. If that is it, we can go to the 4th item for adjournment. Motion. Second. All in favor? All opposed? Then our meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.